I can guarantee that you have heard this phrase whenever you're trying to do something new or different in life.
It's too risky.
Maybe you're going for a new career choice, or trying to start a new business, or even considering living your life in a different country. Whatever it may be, there's always someone who would come up with reasons to convince you why this is a bad idea.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
I've personally been on this journey for the past couple of years to try to figure out what I really want in life. Try to answer questions like, what's my life's purpose? What's the ideal career choice I want to be in? What's my North Star that I want to achieve in life? If you pay close attention, all of these questions are trying to figure out what's the one best thing for you. But how would you really know what you want in life when you're only focused on finding that one thing? So in this video, I'm going to go over the importance of exploration when it comes to your interests. What it actually means to find something interesting in your life, and how to go about finding something that is exciting and meaningful to you. All of us have been asked this question when we were younger, which is, what do you want to be when you grow up? I remember this question being asked by my teachers in school, and I wish at that point my response could be,
I don't know.
but instead, I tried to say something which either my friends were saying or something that sounded cool. Now that I think about this question, it narrows our mindset because we're only going after that one best thing which is going to be the most rewarding in our lives. But how can we really pick the best career choice or the best hobby or the best thing to do in life when we haven't really tried a bunch of things ourselves? Before knowing what you really want, you need to figure out what are some of the things that are really interesting to you. What are some of the things that makes you excited and energetic when you're doing it or talking about it or even while thinking about it. You might be wondering that how do I actually know what I'm interested in or what even is interest? Now, I'm gonna get a bit geeky here. I came across this research which defines interest as something that captivates your attention and has a lasting impact on you. Now, for me, that's music. I love listening to music, I love playing music, and I play music as a hobby. It does resonate with me, it does captivate my attention because whenever I do play music, I go to a completely different state of mind. I feel relaxed, I feel stress-free, I feel completely immersed in it, and yes, it does have a lasting impact on me because the day I spend time playing music, I just enjoy so much. It just goes like a breeze and I feel fulfilled and accomplished. So if you're trying to figure out what are some of the things that are interesting to you, start by answering these two questions. First, what is something that captures your attention? What do you resonate with? It could be anything, an activity, a thing that you do, or even a topic of interest. And don't worry about what's the next step going to be or what you're gonna do with it. Just start by answering this first question. Secondly, what is something that can have a lasting impact on you? Meaning something that you can never get bored of. You always feel excited about it. You always feel energetic about it. And you feel like you keep coming back to it and you can do it for a long period of time. It's also important to know how interest actually works. In the research article that I referenced earlier, the authors proposed a 4-phase model of developing interest. Now, this was really exciting for me to read because something as simple as what I'm interested in has an entire science behind it. And when I look back on how I developed my interest in music, the model actually works and it makes sense. So let's take a look. According to this model, the interest always begins with a particular situation. There's a trigger in your environment that sparks that interest. It could be anything, maybe something that captures your attention and you're more curious about it, even something that sparks some confusion in you and you start asking more questions, and that leads you to start exploring more. So that's the first step, which is called situational interest. In my case, I heard about this summer camp which was doing some music lessons in guitar and keyboard, and that captured my attention. And also my parents who went ahead and got me enrolled in it. So that was the first step in developing my interest in music. If you find this task meaningful and enjoyable, which can last beyond that particular situation, this is the second step in developing interest, which is maintaining the situational interest. For me, when I joined this summer camp, I got really interested in this world of music and I started to look around for pieces of music to listen to and also look for techniques on how to learn music and what to actually learn. The third phase or the third step in developing interest is called engagement. This is my personal favorite. This is when you start to seek opportunities to engage yourselves in that thing of interest. I became so interested in music that I started looking to join bands so I can have a chance to perform live music. Eventually I did, and that further enhanced my interest in music. Finally, the more you engage in that interesting thing, the more you can turn your situational interest into a self-sustaining, well-developed individual interest. This is where without any trigger, without any motivation, or without any incentives, you can do that thing for a long period of time. In my case, I still play music for fun, I still play music as a hobby, and this interest had led me to a point to create my own mini home studio. So now comes the big question. Where do you even begin? How do you even find something that is interesting when there are so many possibilities out there? Here are some techniques that can help you find something meaningful in your life. Think like a child. When it comes to finding something interesting in your life, we need to approach a lifelong kindergarten approach and start thinking like a child with the spirit of play. Children don't care what anyone is telling them to do because they're so busy and immersed in that process of play. This is when they are the most creative. Don't go after what you're passionate about. Go after what you can improve on. Cal Newport, the renowned author, talks about this passion versus craftsman mindset. He points out that we should not be going after what we're passionate about. Rather, we should be picking up a skill or a hobby and figuring out ways to improve on it. The more we grow our skill and talent in something and improve on it over time, the more it deepens our interest in that thing. And finally, try multiple things. Start treating your life as a creative experiment. Don't just go after one hobby or one interest for your entire life. Try multiple things. Maybe take a stab at something artistic, something technical, or even something that involves some hard labor. Stephen Kotler talks about the importance of running 10,000 experiments in life. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope it encouraged you to never stop exploring. If you found it useful, please consider subscribing. Explore different interests and you'll definitely come across something that you can do for a long period of time. Thanks for watching.